visiting my neighborhood supermarket, and a young man came in. He had to be about 15 years old. The cashier, one of the cashiers said to him, "Where have you been?" And the young man said, "I'm going to stress. I'm stressed out." And I looked at him like, "Stressed out? What do you know? Do you even know the word stress? Do you even know how it's, what it means?" He said, "Yeah, I've been doing a lot of work, exam time coming up, and I'm just feeling so much stress." And then I started to hear it everywhere. I call up a friend. I say, "How you doing, man? I'm stressed out." And then this word become like a syndrome. It's easy to say I'm stressed. Like people would say, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling tired. Oh, I'm stressed out." Oh, this word stress, it become a syndrome. A syndrome that become a symbol. So, let's take the symbol stress and redefine it. Look at the first two letters. ST. Alright? Look at the first, no, sorry. Look at the last two letters. SS. A social syndrome. Become a social solution. What I'm saying, you can find the solution in that syndrome. And now look at the first four letters. Social transformation, repetitive energy. You see how you can redefine this whole thing? A social, transformational, repetitive, emotion. Emotion, energy in motion. Now, we are going to talk about the solution in a more positive way. What can we do? Now, if you take how we redefine it, a social transformational repetitive energy, what is actually saying we are social being. And as social being, what we do, what we project from inside, connect to everyone. Just like a social media. Facebook connect to everyone, right? So, and repetitive mean that if you are transmitting something, if you are conscious of what you're transmitting, then you are actually repeating it over and over and over. In other words, once you're conscious of what you are transmitting, then it becomes a belief system. And a belief system is something that you keep practicing, keep transmitting. And what are you transmitting? Energy. So, you check the word stress. And the last two letters of it, social solution. No longer a social syndrome or a social symbol, but a social solution. Mean that now you become responsible of your social interaction. Whether you are conscious of it or not, what you project or become a part of everyone around you. So when you take a look at it, what are the things that you can do to use as a guideline to help you to be able to project a conscious energy flow into your social life? you know. And social life means beyond your walls, beyond your country, everywhere, you know. In other words, when you step out of your home, whether you have a conversation with one person or have a conversation on a stage, you're in a social setting, right? So, here are some guidelines that I came up that helped me to deal with this idea of transmitting energy. Redefining the word stress. And it is a 4-letter word. It's called hail. Like hail to the king, hail to the queen, right? You know why the king and the queen say hail to the king, hail to the queen? Because you're saying hail to a tyrant. And you better say hail to the king, hail to the queen. So now you could use the word and say hail to your outer ego and say, hey, come back inside here. You're supposed to be inside. You are the one that is transmitting and receiving. So I want you to come back and see it. And let me tell you what the word hail means in this whole social transformation. The first letter H is about honesty. And that can be very personal. How honest are you to yourself? Not to anybody else, but to yourself. See? And I've had experience where I really was forced to be totally honest with myself. And I share this with you to give you an idea how deep you have to go with this thing called honesty. Keep in mind why we are doing this, okay? I rose up one morning, early in the morning, and my intention was to get up out of bed, put on my clothes, go to the mountain, and do my Tai Chi spinning. That's my meditation. And I tell you, I could not move my body. I felt this terrible pain at the spine of my back. And it was so severe, I could not move my thighs to get off the bed. And that pain gave me time to think. First I asked, why am I having this pain? Maybe it's the bed. The bed is no good. But that was not the case. I sleep in that bed for months on that mattress, so it's not the bed. I had to get through to myself, and how I defined that pain was that I was holding this emotional blockage in the lower back of my spine. It's called fear. I had something to do. I had something to write. But I started to judge it, saying to myself, no one is going to care or even care to read what I wrote. Who cares about the video that I want to make? No one want to hear that. The honesty was, where do you get this idea, who care? And then it take me back to myself. Where do you think the idea of writing and make a video come from? It comes from a deeper part of myself. And then I said, okay, a deeper part of myself is the power solution, is that divine power within me that runs everything, that need to be expressed through me. And right now, I need to get out of bed and express that energy. So I lay there and I forgive myself. I forgive my body temple. for holding on to this fear. And I laid there in silence. And then I was able to move my left thigh and push myself to the edge of the bed. And one foot, and then the next 3 minutes, the second foot. And then I was able to spin around and sit at the edge of the bed. And now I have to use my imagination. I move the energy from my spine, from the lower my spine to top of my head to lift my body. Then I put on my clothes. And I was walking baby step, baby step, baby step. Then I put on my clothes. And now I have to practice walking upright. Thinking of my 4 elements. Honesty. Be authentic. Integrity. Am I holding myself to my word? Am I being in that space of knowing that it's love that wants to express itself through me? And I was able to go climb up the mountain, do my Tai Chi, and then jog down the hill back home. Once I reached home, the pain returned again. Was to remind me, you have work to do. Now, that story has so many meanings. So let me continue what the word, the 4 letter is. Honesty, for what I just talked to you about. I have to be honest to myself. Not blaming anything or any object. And to be authentic. Mean that you are connected to source. And source energy wants you to have integrity. Put integrity in what you have been guided to do. Because what you have been guided to do is the love, the ultimate source, the source of all life. So you see, you can use the word stress, put your own meaning to it. Because everything that happened to us, it happened for a reason. Really. But if you don't practice being honest to yourself, to hold yourself at a high integrity level, to feel to be authentic with that, and to know that you are part of this love energy force, then you'll find yourself in a position where you're not able to do what you need to do. So redefining anything that's going on in your life, even fear itself, you can redefine it. Right? You can see fear and not just a false evidence appearing real, like some people said, but you can see it as feeling excited and ready. And sometimes when we feel excited and ready, we have the, you can feel it in your second brain, your stomach. And it puts you in a state where you feel so anxious and you become stressed out. But then, don't get caught in the symbol of these words. You are the master storyteller. You can respell that word, cast a different spell on the word. Not the one that you have been taught, but cast a different spell. And when you do that, take the time to practice and then share it with other people. I hope that was very helpful to you. Now go do your video and go write the story and you connect. I want to hear what you have to say. This is Evan Worldwind, your brother, coming to you live with love and respect. Peace out.